Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing this nendoroid Teto synth V version and kind of talking about some random things. Nothing in really particular. I don't really have a whole script. I wouldn't really necessarily call this a review for the figure, even though the figure I am unboxing. But it's more like, you know how like those game channels, like they just do voiceovers and they're just kind of talking about anything. And they're doing something in the background. I don't play video games, so I'm gonna do that for figures. So here is today's content, I guess you could say. So a lot of you know, a big part of my identity is that I am a figure collector. And I recently have been kind of having like a midlife crisis about it, I guess you could say. Because like I don't know, I don't want to say I've grown out of it. Gosh, I can't get this box. I don't want to say I've grown out of it, but it's just not interesting to me. Oh, by the way, the whole point of this video is I'm going to find a way to give away this, the second copy of this Teto. So, feel free to, listen, I guess, if you want to be entered. Like I said, this video is, not very scripted well, but I just feel as though I'm just out of the, you know, collecting, and it's just not my, cup of tea anymore. So the problem is I definitely have like a semi kind of addiction to purchasing things. Like I have a shopper's addiction, I guess, you could say. Here's the inside the box. And I want to stop. I'm not gonna lie, I want to stop. I want to put my money towards more effective means that help me grow as a person. I want to prioritize learning, becoming a better individual overall, you know, studying, stuff like that. And I really want to stop the figure stuff. And so today's kind of topic is, I would love if people could help me come up with a way where it's like I can do like giveaways for a lot of my collection, because I don't really, obviously I'm not to say I'm new to YouTube, but I just don't use YouTube very often. Look at her, she's really cute. So I don't know like the best way to like do giveaways and stuff like that. And it'd be great if I could have some suggestions in the comments. So in order to enter today's giveaway of this little nendoroid Teto, you need to comment down below a suggestion of how I can give away my figures. Yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, when it comes to figures, it's just like, it's a compulsion. I'm not gonna lie. For me personally, I know some collectors still really enjoy collecting figures because they truly love the characters. To me, it's always been a compulsion, and it just gave me an excuse to, you know, rather than focus on my mental health and truly figure out what the hell is wrong with me as far as like emotionally, like why am I not happy where I'm at and why am I not happy with my accomplishments. I would turn to shopping because like, you know, it's like that dopamine, like, oh, like, you know, this figure's in the mail, like, you know, it's coming now. Like I get to have this figure and then I get to show off to everybody, like, look at me, I have this figure. And I just think that's an incredibly immature and irresponsible way of living life. And you know, again, like I'm not pressing judgment here because there's some people who really like figures and they do make it their entire identity. What the heck was that bubble? I don't know. It's funny. I'm using my iPhone. I don't know if my iPhone did that. Anyway, I know a lot of people make it a part of their identity to be a figure collector. It's just not for me, you know? So it's like, I'm not like sitting here hating on those who still make figure collecting their identity. I'm just saying like, I'm trying to get out of it, and it's like a process, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to say like, it's a healing journey because that sounds like, you know, mad corny, but it kind of is, because it's like, you know, for the last, like, I've been collecting figures for like 15 years now, and it's just like, it's just too much. If you've seen any of my other videos, I did a collection tour, and the majority of those figures I've just put in the boxes because like I now primarily focus on collecting Blackrock Shooter, which I mean, I would still say that's a compulsion too, but at least like, you know, it's like building up to something very interesting. Like not many people have a whole huge, you know, room dedicated to Blackrock Shooter. So I don't see that as destructive as wanting to like just constantly consume like figures as like a means of source of happiness and entertainment, kind of as I have been doing. I totally lost my train of thought. I have a really short attention span, I'm sorry. Like, that's also another thing I really want to focus on, is that, like, I feel like because, like, social media, I spend so much time on here, I get so distracted now, and it's like, I didn't used to be this way as far as, like, you know, my attention span cuts off really short. Like, what was I even saying, like, in you know, just, like, a few seconds ago? I don't know. I know a lot of people, you know, can relate to that, and I don't know. It's just, like, sorry if this is, like, a blog. Like, this is, like, a diary today. It's like, this is, like, I'm sitting here just fiddling with it. I'm not even, like, unboxing. I'm sorry. I don't know. I kind of want to, you know, a lot of my YouTube channel is obviously not my primary source of income. My primary source of income is I'm an artist, and I sometimes do commission work. I sometimes do business work. But the majority of it is like my little online store. I sell like little keychains and stuff with my artwork. I don't. There you go. You know, I like the way this one came out, by the way. I think it came out so pretty. But anyway, like this little one right here, this little thing, whatever. So this is my primary source of income. And I've been very fortunate to live off of social media in the aspect of, rather than paying for advertisements, I've just done social media to promote my store and whatnot. So I've been very fortunate in that aspect. So YouTube is not my main source of income. And I mean, of course, if it could be my main source of income, that'd be cool. But it's like, I'm not like looking for that. So it's like, mostly I want to watch myself grow, because sometimes like I forget how far I've come. Let me pretend to at least show you this figure. Because like sometimes it's just like, you know, it's really cool to watch yourself grow, and sometimes you forget like how much you're growing as a person. Because like the other day before I recorded my little unboxing video, because I'm working on a new collection tour update, because it's like, it's mostly Black Rock shooters, so I think it's cool now. So I was looking at my old videos and like, okay, how can I improve? And I noticed like, man, there was this video I uploaded where I was talking about like, it was that Rin Dolphy unboxing. And I was like, dude, I was so depressed. And it's just like, it's really crazy because like after that video, I really just like, I just felt so depressed and sad. And it's just like, you know, watching that video, it's like, I can just hear it in my voice. I'm like, damn, I'm like about to kill myself. Which again, like I had gone through like a bunch of hardships, like an accident and stuff like that. So it's like I was going through a rough spot, but it just like, it was very inspiring to see, you know, my philosophy and my ideology that I have right now. And knowing at one point that I was so like low towards like, you know, like, I mean, I literally cried in that video, which don't get me wrong, I am a baby and I cry very easily. So it's like, I can't even use that as a, you know, justification, but it was just like, it was really cool to see my own personal growth in that aspect where it's like, again, like I was just so fucking, oh, I gotta stop the profanity. Like I said, I was so fracking sad. And, you know, now I'm doing much better because like after that video, I definitely wanted to focus on, you know, working on my happiness and stuff like that. And I have like, you know, technically taken like a pay cut with my job because I haven't been able to put as many products out as I usually do and would like to. Sorry if this is loud, hold on. I've just been focusing on like, let me focus and find what actually truly makes me happy. And it's not fucking toys. Oh, damn it. It's not frickin' toys, okay? It's not toys, you know? So it's like, I'm trying to grow out of this. So like, again, I'm sorry this video is everywhere. But anyway, so, you know, seeing my own self grow, it was very inspirational to me. And that's why, again, like I kind of want to get back into doing more YouTube and stuff because for a while I still am mostly an Instagrammer where I just post my artwork there and then people, you know, go to my online store. And it became very stifling because like I'm a very opinionated person and I like polemics, I like educating myself and I like learning and I like finding more about like other people and like trying to help them solve their own problems. You know, trying to help them grow as individuals too, because like, you know, that's the best thing we can do in life is just grow as people, you know, educate ourselves, like, you know, et cetera, et cetera. It became so stifling because I felt like I couldn't communicate as effectively as I'd like to. And so many people just saw me as like, you know, like a gimmick account who just like posts little keychains, you know, the little keychain business. And it just felt so like, I don't know, suffocating. So it's like, I really wanted to branch out of that. And I had a huge identity crisis where it's like, you know, people only know me for drawing like, you know, Miku because like I like Miku a lot. Like I like drawing her. And so people only knew me for her. Here's the pre-order bonus, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. If you follow me on Instagram, I was rearranging my entire house and I lost the pre-order bonus that came with this one. So unfortunately for the giveaway, it's just gonna be this. I'm sorry. It's unopened at least, you know. I got that going for us. So I definitely want to do a lot of things to change and starting with, you know, doing more YouTube to where I feel like I'm, you know, connecting more with my audience because a lot of times, again, like people don't understand that, you know, I'm a person behind this account. Like, you know, I have my own opinions. I have my own like philosophy. I have my own, you know, way I see life, etc. So I spent the last, you know, kind of 6 months or so really trying to find things that made me happy. And again, one thing that was actually bringing me sadness or stress really was figure collecting. Because again, like in my last video, I was talking about how like, you know, the company is changing. It's just, I'm not the demographic anymore. That's fine. Like I'm not gonna cry about it, you know, like, so in the meantime, I don't like sell. Okay, so I sell things for a living, you know what I mean? Like I get orders all the time and it is frustrating having to deal with customer service and stuff like that. And I'm fine because it's like my customers, it's different. But it's like, I just don't like dealing with like selling, you know, figures and stuff like that because like, you know, then the person's like, oh, well, this has a little scratch. And I'm like, okay, well, the company, you know, shipped it to me with a scratch, and it's just like, figure collectors are very finicky, so I don't like selling figures. So I'd like to give a good chunk of them away. And it's like, technically, because I've been able to run my business for so long, and from the support of a lot of my followers and fans, I can afford to just give these away. Like I don't need to worry about making like a huge profit or anything. So I'd like to give them away, but again, like if in the comments you can like help me, like, because the thing is like with Instagram, people can DM me, saying like I can tag them in post saying they won, and then they can DM me. It's like, I don't know if that works the same. There's no DMs on YouTube. And on top of that, on my Instagram, I make people fill out a form, because like what sucked, I've been running my Instagram account for like 6, almost 7 years now, and the worst part is when people would win my giveaways, they don't know their address. And then I've been doing giveaways the entire time there, and look, she's actually really cute. She looks so cute without the bangs. And they wouldn't know their address, so it's like, or they give me an incomplete address, because like I don't know how other countries work, like like I don't know what Europe's addresses is like. So I had them fill out a form, so they can send me their address properly, and then they can get their prize. I don't know how I can make that form easily accessible. I guess maybe in my like description. I don't know. I'm still figuring all this out. Like I said, like I'm trying to grow as a person, and stretch out to YouTube. And I don't really know all of it, because like I think that's also another thing that gives a lot of people anxiety is, when you don't have everything figured out, you're stressed because you're like, okay, well, no one's gonna watch me because I'm improper, like I'm not perfectly equipped to do this video setup, because like I'm not either, like I mean, like I'm trying my best here. So it's just like, I would like to see my growth. So that's why I'm trying to, document. Here I am as a person, trying my best. And maybe like, a year or so I can look back and be like, oh, look how bad her setup was then, stuff like that. So yeah, like, again, like if anybody has any ideas in the comments of the best way to give away some of this stuff, that'd be fantastic. Cause like, yeah, I have like, for example, I have 2 of these too. So I'll probably also give away this copy in another video where I'm just, yapping about nothing. So look forward to that. But I used to buy 2 of them because it's like, I'm like, I love this figure so much, and if it gets destroyed, I'd like to have a second copy just in case. And it's like, I just start like, it's like hoarding in a way, it's like I have 2 of these. I don't need 2 of these. And say in the future, again, like the biggest problem of the company was that like, the nendoroids would like skyrocket in value. So it's like, if I wanted to rebuy, say I damaged this one and want to rebuy it, now I have to pay like $150, because like, again, like I paid like $40 for her, and she's like $150 to $170 right now as far as value. But then I was like, if I change my philosophy, and if I work harder on my business where I can, obviously generate more income, more expensive figures will be more accessible to me, because I have obviously more money, because I put more work into my business. So if I just work really hard on my business, I'll be less stressed about having multiple copies of figures at, in the beginning, if that makes any sense. Like I said, just like my whole philosophy on everything just kind of changed. And what kind of really stressed me out is that this Teto, hold on. Whoops. I bought this, man. I paid $37 for it, I think, back in 2018 or something like that. And she skyrocketed in value. Like, you can get like a really like scraped up one for probably like $200. And so I'm like, oh, well, what if Teto blows up again in price? And then it made me buy multiple copies, which I have, 2, of course. And I don't know. I don't like that. Like, it's just to be so attached to a material item. And it's not even like a character that I like super love. Like, there are characters I really love. Like Aisaka Taiga, I really love her. So it's like, I'm fine having 2 copies of that because I really love her. But it's like, for like, I'm buying these figures out of anxiety. And it's like, to live your life in anxiety, it is the worst feeling ever. Like, again, these last couple of years of my business, I've just been so anxious. Like, it's like, I'm not even like a controversial, but it's like, okay. So it's like, how the internet, like everybody will take what you're saying out of context to try and like, cancel you or disagree. It's like, it just became like, I didn't want to post anything because I was so anxious about that. Even though like, like I'm a normal person, like there's some things that we agree on, some things we're not going to agree on. And it's like, and I'm not even talking like obviously in an extremist way. Like politics, that's a whole nother, discussion. I mean, like me personally, I think it's silly and irresponsible to base your identity on material items. And I speak because I have based my identity on material items. So I think it's very silly to do so. But I know a lot of people could disagree with that, So it's like that's what I mean is like, we'll have differing opinions and then whatnot, and people will disagree and say like, oh, you're something phobic for saying that, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I'm generalizing here because I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Well, pretend to make an entertaining video at the same time. So I'm fidgeting, you know what I'm trying to say here. And it's just like, so a lot of that gave me a lot of anxiety. And another big source of it, this little face, I think is ugly. Like, this is ugly. Another big kind of problem I had with just only being on like Instagram and stuff like that is I got a diagnosis with bipolar. So according to the silly people in the white coats, I have bipolar. And it just kind of really, I didn't think it was going to change my perspective on life so much, but it did, unfortunately. And I realized I kind of, even though again, like I'm 28 and I think what was like 27 when I got diagnosed formally, it just, I don't know, it turned me into a person that I was not very happy with, because rather than seeing my diagnosis as I am a person who has this problem and this problem does not absolve me from my behavior, my actions, but it's good to know that I have a higher tendency of getting angry. I have a higher tendency of lashing out on people. I took it as like almost like an excuse in a way, like, well, if I get angry, that's understandable because I'm bipolar. You know what I mean? And it was like, that to me is a very toxic way of thinking, because it's just like, at all times, like, we don't know, the people around us, if they also have like a mental illness or something like that. I have gotten so completely off the the point of this video was talking about like, I know, giveaway ideas. I've gotten so like out of like off the mark. Anyway, like I said, like this is like a free form video. Yeah, so rather than taking that and like using that as like an excuse for my behavior, or excuse me, I took that as like an excuse, like, oh, I need to be more lenient with myself because of my diagnosis and stuff like that. But then it's like I had forgotten that for so long I functioned just fine without knowing I had a diagnosis of bipolar. And I'm saying allegedly because, like, first of all, I mean, technically, you go to each different doctor, they could say different things, whether or not they agree it's actually bipolar or not, but my doctor technically said it was. So it's like, humans can fault, first and foremost. But a lot of people can't afford, there goes her arm, a professional diagnosis. So I think we should just be really kind to everyone, no matter if they have a confirmed diagnosis or not. Because I find this, and this is a little controversial, I find that a lot of people use, like, for example, like bipolar as an excuse. Like, I don't want to say as an excuse, but it's just like to justify their cruel behavior. But at the same time, like, the person, you might be talking to someone else who's bipolar who also, is going through mental turmoil or whatever. And I don't know. I don't even really know, obviously what I'm even saying here. I can't get this arm on. Here's her with her little bread. Very cute. But it just like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how to really, communicate what I'm trying to even say here. What I'm saying is just like, people made it like seem like it was okay to be bipolar and then to act out and be like, oh, well, this is the reason. So you can't get mad at me because I have this disability. And I kind of had that idea for a while too. Because it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. It does explain a lot of, like, again, like I have a very short temperament. I have a very passionate and polemic personality, but you never know who you're talking to, what type of, problems they're going through. So it's like, if everyone just like keeps a baseline of just like treating everybody with, kindness and respect, I think that would be, that'd be a good thing. And I feel like that's like kind of like a no shit. And I find like, I feel like I'm sounding like the PBS kids, like treat everybody equally. But it's just like, sometimes, like, I don't know, sometimes you kind of forget that. So anyway, I definitely got off a tangent there. Sorry about that. I do that all the time. So it's like, if you're not into that type of person, unfortunately, I cannot stick on topic. So this channel might not be for you, which is totally fine, Anyway, it's just, I don't even know. Like, I'm gonna cringe watching this video back. 'Cause, like, I don't even know if it makes any sense whatsoever. But at least Teto looks very cute. But what I'm saying is, like, I obviously, knowing that I have a problem, which is being bipolar, I've tried my best to work on things that make me truly happy, because again, my current status of life was not making me happy. And so I will be doing a metamorphosis of myself, hopefully, and getting better. Another thing that I am definitely wanting to work on is I want to do live streaming. I think December 1st, I'm going to try and do my debut and do live streaming. So I live stream myself working more on my business and stuff like that. Again, to become I want to become a successful person. Like, I want to have a successful business. I feel so like embarrassing. I don't know why it sounds so embarrassing, but it's like, I want to, I have my goals that I want to reach. Like, eventually I'd like to, be able to get a home and, have a nice house. Like, I feel like that'd be really cool. I understand in this, like, in today's society, it's really hard to do those things because of the economy. So I realize I'm gonna have to like work my ass off, unfortunately. But it's like, I'd still like to, strive for that goal. So I'm starting live streaming to force myself to work, because like, if I'm live streaming, I'm less likely to dilly-dally and get my attention span warped in different directions. So yeah, and I'm a little afraid to do that. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like, again, like, I don't know, it's scary. It's scary to do things that you are, you have never done before. But I guess, I really do want to set the example that, even if it is scary, like, at the minimum, you should try. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying. I'm trying. It's embarrassing and it's scary. And like sometimes I'll make mistakes, you know, and it's like, and again, like people are merciless whenever you make a mistake in front of people, or excuse me, in front of everyone, because like I've really noticed that this phenomenon where if you get like a certain amount of following, people refer to you as like an entity rather than like there's a person behind it. Like I had this drama. I had this drama at Anime Expo this year, and a lot of people had some opinions about it, and that's totally fine. And my post got like a million views or whatever. So many people. I saw this one person, you know, kind of talking shit about me, which is fine. I don't really mind that. But they were censoring the people who were responding to me, their comments. And I only had at the time like 3,000 followers on Twitter, so it's like that's not even like it's not even a big account. And they were censoring other people's responses to me, but they weren't censoring me. You know what I mean? So it's like they highlighted like here's the account that said this that's being perceived as controversial, but they were censoring people responding. And I was like, where is the line drawn where somebody is you hold like an idea where they deserve privacy? Like I'm totally fine people talking about it, but it's just like why would they censor everyone else's response and opinion on it, but not like my opinion? Does that make any sense? Because it's just like I don't know, it just felt really weird. But I understand because this person, you know, I guess saw me as a business or whatever, saw me as an entity, which is it's just me. Like, you know, like everyone thinks like I'm Amazon or something, or like I have this huge warehouse, like in one room I have all my inventory. So they saw me as like, you know, an entity, like, oh, well, you know, they made a public statement, so that's fine. I can talk about it and screenshot it and you'll give my opinion on it. But everyone else who made an opinion on it, let me censor them so nobody will dogpile them. But it's just like, which almost felt as though it was like they were encouraging like, you know, people to dogpile me. And it's just like, at what? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like there's no foundation of where like we're like deciding, does someone deserve, I don't know, I guess courtesy versus when they don't deserve courtesy because they're so big or whatever. And it's like, again, like I'm not huge, you know. A lot of people think I am. Like I have like my Instagram account has like 40,000 people. Half of those followers like don't even interact with me. So it's because again, it's an old account. It's like almost 7 years old. So it's just like, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why this turned into a venting video. Good gosh. But like I said, I'm trying to figure all this stuff out and it's scary and I'm trying my best. And so I'm working on doing a new collection tour video, which sucks because I really like this way I'm doing it. You see how I'm talking to you while I'm doing my VTubing thing? Like I'm doing this at the same time, which is really, really cool. You know, so it's like, oh, I'm messing with her twin drills. But for my collection one, because it's so big, like I have to record the video, edit the video, and then do the voiceover, like with this little, you know, with my VTuber model. So it takes some work. But anyway, so I'm working on that. I don't really know what else to say. I hope this video isn't a catastrophe when I look back at it, because like my thoughts are everywhere. But I just want to say I'm trying my best. And I hope eventually like I can inspire people to also want to try their best and also want to try and do things that are out of your comfort zone, because it is very scary. But I think, you know, once I get over this leap of, you know, being so scared to try new things, I think I can accomplish a lot, you know? But anyway, I guess, you know, leave a comment below how you think I should do giveaways. I have a bunch of other figures and stuff that like I want to give away, so I don't know really the best way to do it. But either way, I'll pick one of the comments if, you know, to win one of these. I don't know if I'll base it off of, because like sometimes like when I'm like, I'll base it off of the quality, and I get so many comments and it's like, it's really hard to read all of them. And I want to give everyone the perfect time. And then so sometimes I'll pick a random one. So I don't know. I'll pick somebody in the comments to win this figure. And I guess maybe I'll post it on my community tab who won or something. I'll figure it out. But anyway, like, I'll figure it out. Like I'll pick a winner from the comments and you'll get your copy of Teto, which I'm not gonna lie, like I don't really want to give, like this is so cute, like I don't want to give away my second copy, but the fact that I put so much material anxiety and pressure on me to keep a second copy, I think is very irresponsible for me. So like I said, I want to grow and become a better person. So thank you for watching, and the giveaway will end on November 30th, 2024. Thank you for watching.